Chris had brought to the beach a kite, just a regular little kite. And the kids were trying kiteboarding and doing all that kind of stuff. But this was just a little Joe kite, just a regular little kite in its own little bag. And Nathan took it down to the beach. And within just a few minutes, he had that kite sailing, except the end kept bouncing down. The end kept bouncing down. So he knew that it needed a little weight on the end. They looked at it and they thought, what does it need? It needs a little weight on the end to keep it from flying like that and keep it in balance. So they found a piece of driftwood. They tied a piece of driftwood to the end of the tail of the kite, and that wasn't heavy enough. That just kind of flopped around and didn't do anything. So Cy went up the beach and he got one of his flip-flops, rubber flip-flop, and he tied that. And that seemed to be doing pretty well, but again, it was sort of flip-flopping. Now, Nathan was trying to take a picture, to film this kite with his cell phone while all this was going on. So the tail was flip-flopping. Suddenly, there was a synthesis of ideas. The idea jumped into its own energy. And Nathan got this idea in his head to tie the cell phone to the tail of the kite. Nathan tied the cell phone to the end of the kite, and it flew overhead, and we got this amazing video of Clara on the beach, and the surf, and the sand, and the tops of people's umbrellas all around. Then Cy comes back after all this is over, and Cy comes back and he says, "Portal of creativity," he said. "If the stick had worked, we wouldn't have done this." Which I think is just brilliant. And I have not finished digesting it, but there's something there about creativity and problems being their own fuel. They burn their own fuel. Creativity is its own fuel. And as you go along, there's more to burn. Unlike other things that you use it all up. Creativity is the opposite. The more you do it, the more there is. And that's what I saw in action.